Dr. Sella here, and priorities. When you're installing the Flexbone triple option, it starts with alignment, because without alignment, you screw your people up. So everybody's got to be aligned properly with 3.5 foot splits. A-backs aligned 1 yard minimum behind the tackles, receivers on the numbers with their inside foot up. B-back behind the quarterback at a reasonable depth where he can get into the ball when the quarterback points the ball, and the quarterback's under the center with his wrists interlocked deep, his topside hand touching the stomach of the center. It's got to start there. You can't move on to assignment until you get them aligned correctly. Then it's assignment. And then the assignment, it starts with the offensive line, double teaming the action key, scooping behind the action key, veering in front of the action key. Then it goes to the perimeter blocking, determining rule of 3, which would equal load, which is in this case a rule of 4, which determines arc, which means that the receiver then blocks the safety, the A-back kicks the corner, backs the receiver always cuts off. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing with assignment is the triple option itself. The quarterback cancels 1 and 2 with the football. B-back sprints through the ball, sprints tight off the outside of the double team, and the A-back has the pitch. Until you get this down and until you get that down, this doesn't mean anything. And I'm going to give you a great example. This is 15 plus years ago. The gentleman who got me saved, his name is Jerry Easton. Jerry Easton passed away in 2007, but 2 years before that, he got me saved. And I got saved by an old triple option coach. Amazing. I guess it was destiny. But anyway, he taught me this, and I'll never forget this. I was doing my daily walk around a state park nearby, and I'll never forget when he told me this. He goes, Lou, if they don't know what to do here, this is worthless. They got to know where to go. And that has stayed with me a long time because it's so true. This is what matters. You got to get this down, because you could have the best technique in the world, but if you block the wrong guy, it's not going to matter. Now, I learned this many, many, many years ago at Syracuse University. It starts here, then goes here, then goes there. I remember being at a football clinic in the 90s at Syracuse, and I remember their one assistant coach kept saying, alignment, assignment, technique. Alignment, assignment, technique. Of course, back then I was a young Thundercat, and it didn't really stick with me as much as it did when I had that walk around the state park that one day where the great late Reverend Jerry Easton said, Lou, you better make sure they know how to do that, because that ain't going to matter if they don't know how to do that. And it's so true. And I think as young coaches, especially guys that aren't head coaches, get caught up in this because that's their time to shine. But as the leader of the Flexbone and triple option, you got to make sure you got that down, and then you got that down. And you can work on this later, because if you run enough plays, you'll get good at this. And the thing that'll start happening is the players will start figuring this out, and they'll be able to self-automate. So alignment first, then assignment, then technique when running the triple option, zone option, and all the components of the offense. And coaches, the Triple Option Football Academy is $19.97. You make the investment of $19.97, you get the online classroom, the webinar, the 3-day camp, and the 20-hour mastery plan. And you can call me 24 hours a day for anything you need. So give me a call, 570-332-0265, 570-332-0265, and become a client today. I'll see you in the next video. We'll talk then.